Hello, this is a short tutorial that's going to show you how to summarize across multiple columns in R. First thing we'll do is we'll call the tidyverse library. Let's go ahead and create a sample data frame. It's going to just contain one character column. We'll just say, the 5 different colors, and we're going to do 5 columns with randomized numbers. Let's see what it looks like. It just goes, randomized numbers across 5 columns, and then it goes just red, blue, yellow, green, orange, and then it starts again with red. So we have about 100 rows and 6 columns. All right. So if we wanted to group the data by color, we could get the average score of every one of these 5 columns. So what you would do here is say, you'd group by color and then say summarize all. All right, and that gives you here for blue, the average score for column that column's score is 4.7. You can see the average for score 5 column is 43.3. Now let's just say that for every column you want to get both the average and the total. So what you can do then is still use the summarize all, but you're going to use the list function, and we'll just say here we could put the mean, right, the average, and then also the sum. So you can see here, I'll say here score function 1, score function 2. So it's no longer gonna, it's gonna just say function 1, function 2. It's not gonna tell you which one's the mean and which one's the sum. You could just note that the first one will be, for example, here 40.7. You can see that this is the mean, the average, and that second, where is that? The second one here, this is the total, right? The total of all the blue rows for score 1 is 814. All right, so let's just say we want to get just the average scores of every column, where the column is a numeric value. All right, we could do this. All right, you see, since it's going to automatically exclude the color column because that one it's a character. You can see here we use that summarize if, and then wrap it around is numeric, right? And then we just call in the mean, and then this NARM, just in case there's any null values, it'll automatically remove them. So you can see here we have our totals. Since we excluded color, it just simply gives us the total. The average of every column, whether you have 1, 2, or 20 different columns, it will do them all for you. All right, and let's just say here's another way to do it. Let's just say you want to same thing. You want to find the minimum value for all the columns, right, except one of them. So now you'd be using just summarize, and then you'd wrap it around across, and then right here is where you would use the minus sign and then color. We'd be removing color, and here's where we're saying that we want the minimum value. You'd see we have the minimum value for each column. All right, so imagine, if we had to do this manually, just using summarize without using the across, we could start getting that same data, but we'd have to be going do about 5 different rows. Alright, and if you wanted to remove a couple columns, if you wanted to remove both color and the last column, you could simply use the concatenate function. So just do a C and then wrap around all the different ones that you want to include, all the different columns you want to include. All right, and you're going to see both of these are actually going to give you the same thing. So if you use the minus sign, you're excluding color and score 5, or you could also not have the minus sign and just select the range of the columns that you want to summarize. So you're going to see these are going to give you the exact same answers. Alright, thank you for watching how to summarize multiple columns